5 things I wish I knew as a first-time seller. Number 1, your net proceeds will probably be way less than you think they are going to be if you haven't already talked to an agent. Number 2, if you are butting heads with your agent, you can fire them. I guess this kind of depends on where you are in the process, but I met our agent at an open house and I didn't realize that she was part of a team and that she could only do the buy side. So somebody else on her team was the listing agent for our house, and I hated the guy. He was pretentious and rude, and he didn't want to give me 2 seconds out of his day. And I wish I had fired him right in the beginning, and I didn't. He didn't deserve my money. Number 3, it's much harder for you to get out of the contract than it is for the buyer. You're going to want to take this into consideration if you have multiple offers, because you want to make sure you're choosing a good buyer. I definitely recommend you have a strong buyer over the highest offer, and if it's both, great. But sometimes highest offer doesn't necessarily mean strongest, so take that into consideration. Number 4, along those same lines, if you have multiple offers, consider signing a backup offer. If you have 2 offers, it's okay to reach out and ask your second choice if they would be willing to sign the backup offer. And that way, if your first contract falls through, the second one automatically goes under contract. And number 5, don't take it personally if the agent you're working with tells you something you don't want to hear. If your house smells like smoke, we're going to tell you to do something about it. If your roof needs to be replaced, that's a huge expense. We're going to tell you you should probably replace it. If the buyer requests something in the inspection objection and you think it's unreasonable, we will tell you if we think it is reasonable instead. And that happens a lot where sellers just think that the buyer is being unreasonable, and it can cause some tension or animosity. And sometimes we, as your agent, have to tell you things you don't want to hear, and it's not personal. Don't take it as a personal attack. We're not trying to offend you. We're trying to get your house sold.